I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you speaking with yourself? Asking yourself if you can pass the speaking part of the Cambridge First Certificate, particularly when you speak with another partner in the part 3. Well, worry no more, because in today's video, I'm going to be giving you another tip that's going to help you speak a lot better. Great tip coming right up. Welcome back, everybody. In case you're joining me for the very first time, my name is Olale from Onetutor, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you a great tip. And before we get into today's tip, it's super important for you to remember what you should be doing in the part 3 of the Cambridge First Certificate. One of the things you should be doing is to make suggestions. Make suggestions should be one of the things you should be able to do. Second thing you should be able to do is to be able to discuss options with a partner. You should be able to discuss options with a partner. The third thing you should be able to do is to be able to give your opinion with reasons. You should be able to give your opinion with reasons. The other thing you should be able to do is to be able to agree or disagree with a partner politely. You should be able to agree or disagree with a partner politely. And the fifth thing that you should be able to do is to make a decision with your partner. You should be able to make a decision with your partner, because in the speaking part 3 you would have a few options of things to discuss with another partner. So of course, it's super important that you should be able to do all of the things I've just mentioned. But in today's video, we're going to be having a look at a great tip for today, how you can effectively speak with another person, how you should be able to speak effectively with another candidate. And the great tip for today's video is make a suggestion. How to make a suggestion. How to make a suggestion. I'll be giving you some great expressions that you should be able to use to effectively make a suggestion when you speak with another candidate in the part 3 of the Cambridge First Certificate. I'm sure you must be wondering what it means to say make a suggestion. I'm sure I can hear you thinking, how or why is it super important? Why is it important at all to make suggestions? Well, I can hear you, and I know that's what you might be thinking. And so before you ask me again, I'd better tell you why it's super important to make a suggestion. It's super important in the sense that I'm going to give you a scenario. I'll give you a scenario. So imagine this is you and your friend. You're thinking of doing something together. Let's assume you're thinking of going out together. And your friend has said, well, let's go to restaurant A. That's what your friend must have said. You know, of course, you haven't decided yet on where to go. You're still considering your options. You're still thinking about where to go. So your friend has said, let's go to restaurant A. And of course, you know, this is you here. It's super important for you. You wouldn't just say yes. It's super important for you to also make a suggestion. To make a suggestion about the places that you could go. You know, so this is why it's super important when two people are speaking together, you know, like in the interactive phase, we have candidate A and we have candidate B. You know, in this part, you know, candidate A should be able to make a suggestion about the task. Candidate A should be able to make a suggestion about the task, because it's an interactive phase where you and your partner must speak together. You should interact, you know, interact in the task, interact with the task, interact, you know, in this part. So of course, it's super important that, you know, both candidates must be able to make a suggestion. Remember, everyone, I'll just go back one step to the example of you and your friend going out to a restaurant. So your friend must have said something. Why don't we go to restaurant A? Of course, perhaps restaurant A, you don't like restaurant A. So of course, you wouldn't say, yes, let's go to restaurant A, because you don't want to go there. So you could suggest to your friend, how about going to restaurant B? How about going to restaurant B? And of course, your partner, perhaps your partner or your friend, in this case we're using a friend, perhaps your friend, doesn't like restaurant B as well. It could say, what about restaurant C? What about restaurant C? You see, that's making suggestions. Both of you are making suggestions. Remember, if one person says something, to make a suggestion on what to do or on how to do something. This is making a suggestion because you have a task or you have a place or something to do. So the first person might say, let's do it like this. How about doing it like this? Or why don't we do it like this? And of course, the other partner, can agree or disagree with that. And in addition, the other partner or the other person can as well make another suggestion. I like what you said, but how about doing something else? How about going somewhere else? How about, achieving our task in this way? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the importance. This is why it's super important to be able to make suggestions, because when you interact with another person in the speaking part, when the part is interactive, speak with another person. Perhaps when you're speaking with someone you know, someone you don't know, it's super important that you must know how to make suggestions. You must know how to make suggestions. Please say that with me, everyone. Make suggestions. Make suggestions in the part 3 of the Cambridge First Certificate speaking part. Remember, everyone, some good expressions that you can use to make suggestions with your partner in the speaking part 3 could be, let's assume you have the task with 5 options. You could say to your partner, why don't we start from here? Why don't we start from here? Please say that with me. Why don't we start from here? Or you could also say, how about starting from here? How about starting from here? So let's assume you're starting the task with your partner, the interactive phase, when you're given a task with 5 options. You could say to your partner to make suggestions about where to start from. You could say, how about starting from here? Or you can also say, why don't we start from here? Why don't we start from here? Remember, everyone, it's super easy. Just remember to say to your partner when you want to make a suggestion. You can also say that, what do you think if we start from here? What do you think if we start from here? Remember, everyone, it's super easy. I'm going to be leaving some of these expressions in the description so that you can access them and practice at any time. Remember, everyone, it's super easy. One of the things that you should be doing is to make suggestions. Make suggestions in the part 3 of the Cambridge First Certificate, because that part is interactive. Thanks for watching today's video, everyone. If you like the contents of the video, kindly subscribe to the channel. It will also be great to be able to connect with you in the comment section. Remember, everyone, the part 3 of the Cambridge First Certificate speaking part is super easy. It requires constant practice. Remember, it's the interactive phase. It means you always have to interact. Try to interact with your partner in the part 3. Remember, one of the ways that you can use to interact will be by making suggestions. Making suggestions. Remember to always try and make suggestions every time you speak with your partner in the interactive phase. Remember, everyone, I'm going to be leaving some of the expressions in the description. Make sure you practice before you go for your exam. Good luck, everybody, and I hope to see you soon.